Right, Honorable Speaker, and to join you in welcoming our colleagues from Kenya. I actually thought I would say sorry for their citizens who were recently abducted. Maybe when I go to Kenya, I'll ask them to do the same, because my leader, Dr. Besigye, was kidnapped from their country. But I'll do that when I go to Kenya. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Ssemuju, whom are you addressing? Because our rules here, you only address the members and the speaker here. So,
Mr. Speaker, my eyes were focusing on the visitor, but I am addressing you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, now let me focus both my submission and eyes on you. And I hope, Mr. Speaker, that the government ministers who are here, 4 junior ministers and the Attorney General, will be able to answer these questions. And we don't speak like we're on a radio, television talk show. These are very serious matters to do with the elections. The CDF, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, who also happens to be a son of the president. We are lucky we are the only country with the president and his son managing defense. Mr. Speaker, maybe you need to restrain the ever-silent military officers from making a noise that is not provided for in our rules. But the point, Mr. Speaker, the CDF has said, after voting, don't hang around polling stations. The law on election is very clear. You can have agents representing you, but the voters can stay in a distance that is prescribed by the law. While that can be answered by the Attorney General, we need to get the government to tell us whether the military, like it did in 1980, December, has now taken over the organization, management, and supervision of elections. Because recently I was on a radio station and there were adverts run by the military telling people, go away after elections. We now have the military and the CDF in particular speaking more about election than the chairman of the Electoral Commission. The Attorney General, Mr. Speaker, if you allow, can he address himself to the law clearly and unequivocal, whether voters are not allowed to stay at a polling station like it is prescribed in the law? And then I don't know who will volunteer to tell us whether General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, the CDF and the military have now taken over elections. Leave alone the violence, beating people, military hanging all over. And so can those two issues be answered, Mr. Speaker?
No, I was just asking myself, because I remember, I think it was Monitor of 27th of November. I saw there was a story, Electoral Commission ordering voters to go home after voting. Huh? The chairman Electoral Commission. And again, I saw several interviews re-emphasizing the same. So I just wanted to know, was this a position of the CDF or it is a position of the Electoral Commission, which, or the law, which the chairman Electoral Commission, which the CDF was emphasizing? I just needed to know.
Right, Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues, I can say without fear of contradiction that after voting, even you, the members of parliament, you must not stay at the polling station. Yeah, when you're 20 meters away, that's not the polling station. So when we are telling you, and you must encourage everyone not to stay at the polling station after voting. If you want, when you finish voting, you leave the polling station. 20 meters an hour, 100 meters, that's perfectly fine, but not at the polling station. And lastly, Right Honorable Speaker, no, the military has not taken over the management of the election in Uganda. Election is managed by the Electoral Commission.
Now, I have a problem. Because when I was someone, I can say. Yes, I'm going to allow you. But you see, when you stand up, you hold the microphone, you first give a position, then after you change it order, then when you're seated, you attract my attention very well. So, Honorable Ssemuju.
Mr. Speaker, I know the Honorable Kiwanuka Kiryowa is a very intelligent person. The question I asked was very specific. The CDF said, go home. He didn't say, stay within the distance that is prescribed in the law. He says, go home. That's the question I asked.
Attorney General.
Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues, I'm advising you as the Attorney General. I'm not advising you as to what anyone said outside this house. I am telling you, you cannot stay at the polling station after voting. You stay a distance allowed as per the law.
Thank you. Maybe he meant those whose homes are 20 meters away from the polling station. Yeah, you go home. Yes. Now, colleagues, we need to go on the business on the order paper. I know you want to raise the issue of a priest.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, first of all, I want to wish the Cardinal, His Eminence Emmanuel Cardinal Amara, for attaining 99 years. And I think that birthday is commendable for us, the Catholic Church, and everybody in Uganda. But, through you, Mr. Speaker, to the Attorney General, yes, what you are saying is correct. He is a land friend, is the head of the bar, and the practices through our laws are well known by the Attorney General. When you are summoning members of Parliament, the summons go through the office of the Speaker. And indeed, even the priest in Masaka, Father Sekabira, he has the Vicar General and the Bishop of Masaka Diocese. What I'm seeking from the Attorney General is going back the grand norms of the country. That there are procedures of arresting somebody. This is a priest who is running a parish and is known where his place of work is known. But business of arresting and holding him incommunicado is not proper. Mr. Speaker, Masaka history is not good about priests. We had a father called Father Clement Chigwondo. He disappeared like that. And the letter written by our bishop, he indicated the same. That was 1972. But here we are having over 2 weeks, and the PDF comes out directly to say that we have the priest. But they have not produced him before court. That is not fair on the side of our Catholic side. And it's not fair even on your side of government. Because I can assure you, we are going to win votes against you because of that priest. I can assure you that. Because everybody is not happy. So, Mr. Attorney General, as Article 119, that's your duty now. How would you advise government on the message they are making on carrying out arrests of that nature? Because somebody does not run away. He's around, summon him, let him appear before court, then you can detain him. But up to now, the priest is not yet produced before courts of law. And you are having two positions here. You are the Attorney General and you are sitting in as the leader of government business. But you are not giving us a direct answer about our priest. People want to get sacraments from him. I need to get sacraments. We are going for Christmas. And I don't know, she's a Catholic, the Colonel here. She knows what is happening now. We are in a period of Advent. And our speaker is also aware of that. Can you kindly do the needful? Let the priest be put before courts of law. If it's to be bailed, it will be done. If it's to be kept on remand, so it is known. That will solve challenges and a lot of words being said in the Masaka Diocese. That's what I wanted to say, Mr. Attorney General. Otherwise, the leader of us has said the same matter.
Thank you. Thank you. I think that was for noting. Yeah. But if Attorney General wants to add on, yeah, because he had already answered that. But let's, colleagues, we all followed up on this matter. Okay? When this happened, we all followed up, and we are still following up, all of us, to see we work with government to ensure that indeed the right procedures are followed and the law takes its course. Honorable Cooper, you had the matter.
Honorable Speaker, I think Honorable Seunga has just put the point also on the same matter. So we have expected Attorney General to really, because he has stated the law, what the law needs, what needs to be, what the correct portion. So what is the way forward? Now that you have stated the law, what's the way forward? That's what Ugandans are waiting for. That's what the priests are waiting for. That's what the cardinals are waiting for. You have stated the law, what the correct position of the law. So what next?
Thank you. But he guided on that. Let's not push him into. Honorable Sarira.
Honorable Speaker, I want to thank you. The learned Attorney General did state the law properly, but there are two issues that shocked me. Number one, feigning ignorance of this matter is very shocking, learned Attorney General. That from your response, it's as if you really don't know this notorious fact, as we call it in law. Notorious in the sense that it is in the public domain. But two, you did mention that if that is the position as articulated by the leader of opposition, then there will be sanctions. That is just a statement you made. Now, who will be sanctioned? Who exactly will be sanctioned? Because the document that has been laid on the table was written, authored by the spokesperson of the UPDF. And evidently, that document reveals that they are glaring violations of the Constitution. The 48-hour rule, the irregular arrest, the irregular detention is very obvious. So I think maybe perhaps to allay our fears and give comfort, if officers in the UPDF are orchestrating the violations of the Constitution, then let it be on record that they will be sanctioned. But when you make it as light as that, and then you also feign ignorance, it really pains, because these are matters that are in the public domain. In fact, if we are talking about evidence, you and I know that this would be an issue that does not require evidence. Because information from the Honorable Ibrahim Ssemuju, right on speak.
The information I wanted to give you, thank you, Honorable Asman, is that the Attorney General was the chairman organizing illegal events at which Muhoozi Kainerugaba was seeking to be a president. He was the chairman.
Procedure, Mr. Speaker. Procedure.
That does not take away the fact that KK is a very good lawyer. It does not take away that fact.
Sorry, Honorable Asman, Honorable Margaret, you please, you don't access the microphone without permission of the speaker. Thank you. Continue, Honorable.
So, Honorable Speaker, I think given the gravity of this matter, the sensitivity, and you know, when it involves religious leaders, and I'm not saying religious leaders are above the law, but I belong to the Muslim faith, where we have, confronted these challenges, where our sheikhs, our imams have been taken in similar circumstances. I think it raises more concerns. So for the sake of the rule of law, it would really be important that, because right on speaker, my mother is also one chairperson of her village, and she has been chairperson for very many years. Before, when these arrests are being made, they would come and notify her long ago. These days it doesn't happen. So if we really went back to that system where local authorities are even informed of such arrests, it will really create harmony and peace. But what is happening will create a lot of tension in the community. So I think, that's a matter that you need to streamline. Finally, Right Honourable Speaker, you have talked about the function. As chairperson of the Parliamentary Sports Club, I want to add my voice to yours to invite all members of Parliament who are here to be part of the closing ceremony, the award giving ceremony of these games, and I agree with you. This session should be fast enough because we invited our guests at 3 p.m. and I'm very sure a good number of them are there. And given that Uganda are overall champions, it will be important that we all come and participate. And the Right Honourable Speaker here also did very well in golf, and we are going to give him a medal at that function. The Attorney General didn't play golf, and I had expected him to play, but I think next year he will be there.
Took off.
So, Right Honourable Speaker, I invite colleagues to be part of the function, and also our guests, they are really invited to be part of the closing ceremony of the games. Karibuni sana wandugu.
Thank you. Attorney General. Chair,
Right Honourable
National
Speaker.
Economic Committee, I need you in the House.
Right Honourable Speaker, I did not feign ignorance. I did not dispute the document that has been laid before the House. So, yes, government did, UPDF did state that they have this person in custody, and we are following up, like the Speaker said, to ensure that he's presented in court as fast as possible, and anyone who is found to have violated the law will be sanctioned. I cannot tell you who now, because I do not know who carried out these activities, but anyone who is found to have violated the law will be sanctioned. I take your guidance with great humility and with thanks on the reviving the issue of using of local councils when arrests are being carried out in the areas, and I will be sure to communicate this and re-emphasize it. Thank you.
But did you organize any illegal parties?
I apologize. Right Honourable Speaker, I take great exception. My colleague here in Parliament, even insinuating that I participate in any illegal activity. The parties were legal, and they were also invited, Right Honourable Speaker, just that they did not show up. But we thank you.
And that's a problem of express funds. You usually don't agree. Yeah. Next item.